The journey begins at the edge of the Jade Sea, where the ancient port city of Shinue prepares for the legendary Night of Ascending Lights. Rain, the silent observer, steps onto the polished redwood docks just as the sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky in deep shades of indigo and violet. The city isn't quiet, it hums with a gentle, rhythmic vibration, the sound of thousand silk paper lanterns being meticulously crafted and tested. The air is thick with the sweet, calming scent of cherry blossoms and the earthy aroma of burning agarwood incense. A low mist rolls in from the sea, softening the sharp edges of the world and wrapping the city in a gentle, protective haze. Rain walks past traditional tea houses, their tiled roofs curving like waves toward the sky. He watches the merchants display lanterns of every shape and size, their paper glowing with a faint, internal light. The world below is bustling, but as he prepares to board the painted river barge, he feels the chaotic energy of the outside world begin to melt away, replaced by a profound and peaceful anticipation. The barge glides onto the quiet Mirror River, but Rain's first stop is the hidden alley of whispering ink, accessible only by a secret water gate. This narrow waterway is flanked by old calligraphy shops and scroll houses, where the walls are made of translucent rice paper and glowing ebony frames. The light here is a soft, muted gold, diffusing through the paper like moonlight through a cloud. Every artist he passes isn't just drawing. They are meticulously calligraphying wishes, memories, and dreams onto the lanterns. Rain listens to the soft, comforting scratch of the brush on silk paper, a rhythmic, hypnotic sound that acts as white noise, clearing his mind of any static. He watches an old master paint a single, elegant character for stillness onto a deep blue lantern. The alley feels contained and secure, a safe space where the only thing that matters is the present moment and the creation of a silent wish. As he passes another shop, the scent of fresh, black ink and rain-soaked wood ground him, anchoring his thoughts in a state of absolute, tranquil clarity. He returns to the barge, which gently sails toward the garden of floating mirrors, a hidden section of the lake surrounded by weeping willows and bioluminescent lotus flowers. The barge engine is silent, it moves propelled only by the slow, hypnotic movement of a bamboo oar. Here, the water is so perfectly still it disappears, reflecting the crescent moon so clearly that it feels as if they are sailing directly through the night sky. Thousands of small, purple lanterns, designed to drift on the water, glow like fallen stars, creating constellations beneath the barge. The air is cool and impossibly clean, carrying the crisp scent of water lilies and wet stone. Rain lies back, watching the inverted world glide past. The boundary between the sky and the water blurs, giving him a profound sensation of weightlessness, as if he is drifting without purpose or worry through a peaceful cosmic ocean. He feels his breathing slowing to match the slow, predictable rising of the lake's tide, pulling him deeper into a velvety state of surrender. Leaving the garden, the barge glides beneath the immense, ancient stone arch bridge, entering a silent canal where the archive of starlit silk stands. This chamber is built within a colossal, hollow banyan tree, its roots integrated with polished marble. The archives store the city's ancestral wishes, written on long strips of silk that are constantly moving, propelled by a faint, warm thermal current. The silk strips glow in soft amber, cyan, and magenta tones, cascading from the ceiling like a waterfall of light. Rain walks among the silk pillars, and as they brush against him, they make a sound like a distant, harmonic choir. The room is filled with a unique, comforting warmth, the scent of sun-baked cotton and lavender. He feels a deep sense of connection to the generations before him who sought peace in this very chamber. The constant, slow-motion movement of the glowing silk before his eyes has a trance-like effect, turning his thoughts into soft, indistinct whispers that eventually fade into the overarching silence of the archive. As the barge approaches the city center, Rain enters the highest pavilion, the Chamber of Floating Embers. This circular room has no roof, only an immense opening looking up at the summit of the Dragonback Mountain. Tiny, warm specks of amber light drift down from the ceiling like a shower of gentle fireflies. These are warm thermal currents rising from the city's heart, catching dust. Rain lies on a mat woven from the fibers of bioluminescent fungi. The embers drift slowly above him, their movements predictable and deeply hypnotic. The air is warmed by the rising currents, balancing the coolness of the night. He watches an ember float toward the mountain peak, tracing its slow path until it disappears. This chamber is the heart of the city's comfort, a place designed for the final transition into sleep. The warmth of the floating embers seeps into his skin, relaxing every muscle, turning his thoughts into soft, glowing clouds that drift away into the starlit darkness above. The night reaches its zenith, and the entire city goes silent. Rain is safe in his pavilion, looking out as the night of ascending lights begins. A collective wish is made, and 1,000,000 lanterns begin to rise simultaneously from every corner of the city, creating a breathtaking river of fire flowing upward into the velvet sky. The sounds of the city, the whispering silk, the scratch of ink, the gentle water, all merge into a single, beautiful absence of sound. The sky is no longer dark. It is a tapestry of golden and orange lights, a constellation of 1,000,000 shared dreams. He watches them float higher, their light reflecting in his eyes, feeling himself becoming as vast and still as the cosmos they are filling. He closes his eyes, feeling the warmth of the millions of tiny stars protecting his rest. The city has done its work. Rain is safe, hidden, and free to let go. Sleep now.